YouTube, what's going on? This is your boy Lou. You know what it is. Coming finally back at you. It's been about a week since I made a video, at least a video that I've decided to post. This is going to be a shit and poo review. I'm calling it from now on the shit and poo review. I found out the good and the bad was already taken, so now I'm calling it the shit and the poo. So yeah, there you go. That's the official name of this show now. So there you go. Alright, TNA Turning Point. I feel that this show is entertaining from a wrestling fan's perspective. When you're looking at it from a smart mark's perspective, it was not. This show absolutely insulted my intelligence. Eli and Robbie T at ringside. Whatever, Rob Terry, oh my god. Jersey Shore knockoff from England. Right. Eli was in the match. The match was entertaining, but why is Robbie E employed? Why is Rob Terry employed? Obviously, you have nothing to do for Rob Terry, so you just throw him with Robbie E. And you have nothing to do with Robbie E, so you throw him with Eric Young. You have nothing to do with Eric Young, so you just throw them all together in the bullshit. And you call it a storyline. Yeah. You wonder why people don't watch your product too much. Okay, now obviously TNA has no advanced thinking of their booking logically at all whatsoever. Because if they did, they wouldn't have had this tag match. Inking versus Mexican America was just a waste of time. It was a decent match, but shit, people. If we were just going to give the belts away on free TV next week, why bother having this match on pay-per-view? This is just TNA's MO, is just giving things away for free on TV so no one buys their damn pay-per-views. Regardless of Crimson Matt Morgan winning the belts, this last Impact that just passed, okay? Inc. should have won the belts on Sunday. If you built them up to win the belts, and Mexican America has been getting no airtime on TV whatsoever since Bound for Glory. Mr. Bruce Pritchard does not like him. So Mexican America, okay, maybe it's because it's full of Puerto Ricans. I'm just saying, I don't know. Whatever. If you're not going to feature Mexican America on TV at all, with the exception of like that one promo they did with Inc. at the tattoo parlor, why are they retaining the belts? Obviously, the new writing staff with, Bruce Pritchard being the head writer now, and Vince Russo is kind of taking a back seat a little bit here. Okay, with Bruce Pritchard in the head of writing, you see a little bit of a change of direction begin lately. So you would think that this is part of the change of direction, because obviously he doesn't like Mexican America, he doesn't like that faction. So why did Mexican America retain? If you built Inc. to win, and they went in with the one-up on Mexican America, why didn't they win the belts? All you've done is successfully basically said, okay, Inc.'s going to win the belt, but we're going to make it look like that at least, but then when Inc. gets there, they're just going to get buried. Just to advance another storyline, which is the storyline with Matt Morgan and Crimson, which you didn't even know probably that Thursday after they were going to win the belts. You probably didn't even know that. That wasn't booked in advance. Stupid. You shouldn't have had the damn tag team match, okay? You shouldn't have had it. If you knew you were going to have that match, if you had any idea you guys were going to have that match, you should have had it at the damn pay-per-view. Should have built up for it. You had 3 to 4 weeks after Bound for Glory. What the fuck? 3-way X Division match for the belt. It was the next match in this card. And it was a good match. It's basically a 2-on-1 handicap match. Austin Aries and Kid Cash were just beating up Sorensen for the longest time. You would think Sorensen would go over here, but no, he was just used to further a feud between Kid Cash and Austin Aries. The whole point of having Austin Aries and Kid Cash there, because I'm big fans of Austin Aries and Kid Cash, believe me, but they're there to put over the young guys, not stay over the whole time themselves. And number 2, why is Austin Aries a heel when apparently no one in the audience wants to boo him? If we want him to be face, or we're cheering for him, you need to make him a face. And real quick, I want to have my mark out moment of the night here, because this was my mark out moment of the night. It was in 3-way. Rest in peace to Eddie Guerrero. Austin Aries went, to the second turnbuckle, did the Eddie Guerrero impression, went to the top, did the frog splash. I miss you, Eddie, bro. God bless you, man. God bless you. All right. One good thing about this pay-per-view is that there was a lot of promos for the matches backstage. AJ Styles cut a promo here next, helping, promote the match he's having at the end of the night versus Bobby Roode for the belt. Did a good job, helping hype up for the match that night. So, being the fact that it was announced on Thursday, not going to complain too much. All right, Daniels versus RVD. RVD and Daniels, you know the match is going to be decent. It was definitely a good match, especially for two guys in their 40s. It was a good match. I'm not going to argue with RVD going over here. I wish, Daniels would get a couple of wins under his belt. He has some credibility as a heel because he has none at all right now as far as I'm concerned. So I think the loss hurt Daniels, but the match itself was good. So, and being that none of these two guys are going to be main event players in the company, I'm not going to complain too much about this match. Taz. Real quick, Taz. Buddy. Pal. Well, whatever. Why the hell would you bash ECW and basically just call yourself a pussy? Because that chair stuff isn't cool. It hurts. All this shit. You made yourself sound like a wimp. And you were basically shitting on ECW. What the fuck, man? I will say one last thing about the match between RVD and Daniels. If you're going to book something to be a hardcore match, don't make it be where at the beginning of the match you have a handshake agreement, which is basically just a gentleman's agreement between both of them for it not to be one. Because Daniels cons him out of it, but then turns it into a hardcore match later on anyway. I mean, the fuck. Alright, the Matt Morgan Crimson video package did what it had to do for that match, and that match was a draw, and this is probably the only match I'm not really going to bitch about too much the whole night. Nobody should have won here. I'm glad. It didn't hurt Matt Morgan. It didn't hurt Crimson. They just they both got DQ'd for knocking around the ref and things of that nature, and they ended up just doing a granny slugfest with each other and things of that nature. But they did the right booking decision here in terms of having them both get disqualified. And if for two big guys, they're very athletic, they can go pretty quick. It was an entertaining match for two guys their size. So for Crimson to get a T-bone suplex off of Matt Morgan, for those two guys to pull off that move together, to me at their height and their weights is phenomenal. That's just my opinion. Scott Steiner Bully Ray promo. Scott Steiner. I'm not going to say anything else. Need I say more, man? Oh my God. Freaking awesome. Alright, now the match, Anderson and Abyss versus Steiner and Bully Ray. You have Abyss pin Steiner. The crowd was cheering for Steiner the whole match, and it just shows how irrelevant Abyss and Mr. Anderson are. So yeah, there you go. The match was bad. It wasn't very entertaining. Why is Abyss even in this? He's not going to go over at all again in his career. Not in TNA. Okay, TNA already fucked them up. Alright, they already screwed Mr. Anderson. They might as well give Steiner a push at this point. They really should. Now in this next match, I feel so sorry for Velvet Sky. I really do. And I hate Velvet Sky, but all that build going into Bound for Glory, shoving her down our throats. She wins the belt. Bruce Pritchard takes over. Hates her guts. But the crowd loves her, even though they forgot about all the crazy shit she did with beautiful people and all the nasty shit she did. Alright, the crowd loves her. Everybody loves her to death, okay? She's not on TV anytime after Bound for Glory and loses it at Turning Point to Gail Kim, who is returning from WWE. And they decide to give it to her probably because of the shit that WWE handed to her. Which I understand, she wants some redemption. She wants to be credible and be so much. She went to TNA, and TNA gave that to her. But when you finally got Velvet Sky over, why did you cool her jets? Granted, I don't like her, but for the people that do, you cooled the jets on her, and people wanted her as the champ. They wanted that. So that's a big fuck up right there at TNA. I'm just saying. Alright, Hardy and Jarrett was what it was, and my light died. Damn. It's what it was. It was just shit just to get Jeff Hardy popular again with people that truly hate him by putting him up against someone that everybody truly hates. And you could have did this on free TV. You could have had this bullshit, this 3-second pin, Twist of Fate 1, 2, 3, and the 2 roll-ups and the 3 separate matches that they had. Just wasted airtime with this pay-per-view just to get Jeff Jarrett on the fucking card. And for that fact, he's almost the main event. There's only one match after this. This could have been saved for free TV. And number 2, like I said before, Jeff Hardy should not be in this situation where he's getting put over like this. He doesn't deserve it. He's had a million chances. He hasn't proved shit. And they want to put him in the World Heavyweight title picture? When he doesn't belong there? But yet, it seems that Bruce Pritchard and Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff and everyone else, Dixie Carter, all have this love so much for Jeff Hardy and feel that they need to shove Jeff Hardy down our throats because he is the future of the company. And he could be the future, but right now, there's things going on in the present that he's not involved in. And if you want to put Jeff Hardy back in the main event, fine. Do it in a year or two from now. But not right now. And then after the match, all kinds of guys in the back are shaking his hand, including AJ Styles, who had so much shit against him in one of those promos when Jeff Hardy came back. So just putting Jeff Hardy over more. Fuck Jeff Neuro fucking Hardy. Alright, next, Rude cuts a promo for the match that's next, which is the main event, AJ Styles versus Bobby Roode for the belt. Good promo, good match. Bobby Roode retains. He rolls AJ Styles up, grabs the tights. He looks like he won barely by the skin of his teeth. AJ Styles really, was giving it to him at the end of the match. I said overall, the match went a good distance. It was an entertaining match, so I'm not going to complain about it too much. It was definitely better than the match that they had on Impact a little bit before Bound for Glory. I will say that I've already seen it on free TV, so I don't know why I should have paid to see this again, but probably going to give it away for free on TV again anyway. AJ Styles is set to face Bobby Roode at Final Resolution. How we know at Final Resolution, Bobby Roode retains and AJ wins on the following Impact. I don't know, it's just TNA's logical booking, you know what I'm saying? The match, AJ Styles versus Bobby Roode, should have happened probably at Final Resolution. That would have made more sense than having it here. They could have had a long-term booking, plan in effect here. They could have went the distance with this to give it some more build. They could have got some pay-per-view buys off of this if they would have booked in advance more than just a couple of days. I'm just saying, because Impact airs on Thursday, so that's only 3 or 4 days. Not everyone goes online and reads spoilers. I don't. I just go to the shows where I don't know what's going to happen until I watch it. So overall, the show wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. Now it's time to grade it. Alright, now I might be being a little bit generous because I live here in Orlando and I actually seen this live. So I'm giving this show a solid C. It probably deserves a lot worse in terms of the booking decisions, but it had good wrestling on it. I'm giving it a B in wrestling. I'm giving it a D- in booking. Okay? Which I'm averaging it out to a solid C. I'm being fair. Because the overall entertainment value of the show, even the Eric Young, Robbie E shit, even though I think it was stupid and they're just burying Eli further and Eric Young is just going to be completely just thrown into the gutter his whole rest of his career in TNA. Got to face that. And Robbie E is nothing but a joke, and Rob Terry is nothing but a joke too. A bunch of Jersey Shore fucking knockoffs, one from England. God fucking damn it. Alright. Even aside all that, and just looking at the match from a wrestling fan's perspective in terms of being entertained, the match was entertaining. Just like a lot of other matches in this card were entertaining, it's just they were booked poorly. So I'll give this show a C, solid C. Let me know what you guys think of it down below. You know what it is. This is your boy Lou. Be back at you later. Peace.